Okay. Shalom, shalom. We have a Parsha Re'i. Parsha. So our reading today is Deuteronomy 11 to 16. Start 11:26 to 16. Something like that. Okay. We start in 26. So, okay, this is about the blessing and the curse. So, anad man ko sa English, so I need to ako sa mga English, so pasensyahin na lang ko ninyo kung mag-speak ko about sa Bisaya. So this one is English, so we're gonna read in English. So we're gonna read the Parsha Re'i, Deuteronomy 11:26. So, see, I am setting before you today a blessing and a curse. The blessing when you obey in the commands of Jehovah your Elohim which I command you today. And the curse if you do not obey the commands of Jehovah your Elohim, but turn aside from the way which I command you today, to go after other mighty gods which you have not known. And it shall be, when Jehovah your Elohim has brought you into the land which you go to possess, that you shall put the blessing in Mount Gerizim, and curse in Mount Ebal. Are they not beyond the garden toward the setting sun in the land of the Canaanites, who dwell in the desert plain opposite Gilgal beside the terebinth trees of Moreh? For you are passing over the Jordan to go into the possessed land of Jehovah, which Jehovah your Elohim is giving you, and you shall possess it and dwell in it, and shall guard to do all the laws and right rulings which I am setting before you today. Next, 12. These are the Torahs and right rulings which you guard to do in the land which Jehovah Elohim of your father is giving you to possess all the days that you live on the soil. Completely destroyed all the places where the nations which you are dispossessing serve their gods, on the high mountains and on the hills and under every green tree. And you shall break down their slaughter places, and smash their pillars, and burn their asherim with fire. And you shall cut down the carved images of their mighty ones, and shall destroy their name out of that place. Do not do so to Jehovah your Elohim, but seek the place which Jehovah your Elohim chooses out of all your tribes, to put his name there for his dwelling place, and there you shall enter. And there you shall take your ascending offerings, and your slaughters, and your tithes, and the contribution of your hand, and your vow offerings, and your voluntary offerings, and firstling of your herd and of your flock. And there you shall eat before Jehovah your Elohim, and shall rejoice in all that you put your hand to, and you your household in which Jehovah your Elohim has blessed you. Do not do as we are doing here today, each one doing whatever is right in his own eyes, because you have not yet entered the rest and in the inheritance which Jehovah your Elohim is giving you. But you shall pass over the Jordan, and shall dwell in the land which Jehovah your Elohim is giving you to inherit, and you shall give you the rest from all your enemies round about, and you shall dwell in safety. And it shall be that unto the place which Jehovah your Elohim chooses to make his name dwell there, there you are to bring all that I command you, your ascending offerings, and your slaughters, and your tithes, and the contribution of your hands, and all your choice offerings which you vow to Jehovah. And you shall rejoice before Jehovah your Elohim, you and your son, and your daughters, and your male servants, and your female servants, and the Levite who is within your gates, since he has no portion nor inheritance with you. Guard yourself that you do not offer your ascending offering in every places that you see, except in the place which Jehovah Elohim chooses in one of your tribes. There you are to offer your ascending offerings, and there you are to do all that I command you. Only whatever your blessing desire you shall slaughter and eat according to the blessing of Jehovah your Elohim, which he has given you. Within all your gates, the unclean and the clean do not eat of it, of the gazelle and the deer alike. Only the blood you do not eat. Pour it on the earth like water. You are not allowed to eat within your gates the tithe of your grain, or your new wine, or your oil, of all the firstling of your herd or your flock, or any of your offerings which you vow, or your voluntary offerings, or of the contribution of your hand. But eat them before Jehovah your Elohim in the place which Jehovah your Elohim chooses. You and your son, and your daughter, and your male servant, and your female servant, and the Levite who is within your gates, and you shall rejoice before Jehovah your Elohim in all that you put your hands to. Guard yourself that you do not forsake the Levites as long as you live in your land. When Jehovah your Elohim enlarge your border as he has promised you, and you say, let me eat meat, because you long to eat meat, you eat as much eat as your desire. When the place where Jehovah your Elohim chooses to put his name is too far from you, then you shall slaughter from your herd and your flock, which Jehovah has given you, as I have commanded you, and you shall eat within your gates as much as your being desires. Only as the gazelle and the deer are eaten, so you are to eat of it. The unclean and the clean alike eat of it. Only be strong not to eat the blood, or for the blood is the life. Do not eat the life with the meat. Do not eat it. You pour it into the earth like water. Do not eat it, that it might be well with you and your children after you, when you do what is right in the eyes of Jehovah. Only the set-apart gifts which you have and your vow offerings you are to take up and go to the place which Jehovah chooses. And you shall make your ascending offerings, the meat and the blood, on the slaughter place of Jehovah your Elohim, and the blood of your slaughtering is poured out on the slaughter place of Jehovah your Elohim, and you eat the meat. Guard and obey all these words which I command you, that it might be well with you and the children after you forever, when you do what is good and right in the eyes of Jehovah your Elohim. When Jehovah your Elohim does not cut off from before you the nations which go to dispossess, and you dispossess them and dwell in their land, guard yourself that you are not ensnared to follow them after they are destroyed from before you, and that you do not inquire about their Elohim once, saying, how did this nation serve their gods, and let me do so too. Do not do to Jehovah your Elohim for every abomination which Jehovah hates they have done to their Elohim, for they have been burned, their sons and daughters in the fire to their gods. And all words I am commanding you, guard to do it. Do not add it nor take away of it. 13. When there arise, 13. When there arises among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and he shall give you a sign or a wonder, and the sign of the wonder shall come true, of which he has spoken to you, saying, let us go after other mighty ones, which have not known, and serve them. Do not listen to the words of that prophet, of that dreamer of dreamers, for Jehovah your Elohim is trying you to know whether you love Jehovah your Elohim with all your heart and with all your being, with all your soul. Walk after Jehovah your Elohim, and fear him, and guard his commands, and obey his voice, and serve him, and cling to him. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams is put to death, because he has spoken apostasy against Jehovah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, and ransomed you from the house of bondage, to make you stray from the way in which Jehovah your Elohim commanded you to walk. Thus you shall purge the evil from your midst, when your brother, the son of your mother, or your son or your daughter, or the wife of your bosom, on your friend who is as your own being, entices you secretly, being, let us go and serve other gods which you have not known, neither you nor fathers, of the Elohims of the people which are all around you, near to you or far from you, from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth. Do not agree with him or listen to him, nor shall your eye pardon him, nor spare him, or conceal him. But you shall certainly kill him. Your hand is first against him to put him to death, and afterward the hand of all the people. And you shall stone him with stones until he dies, because he sought to entice you away from Jehovah your Elohim, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim from the house of bondage. And let all Israel hear and fear, and do not again do any such evil matter as the Syrians. When you hear someone in one of your cities which Jehovah your Elohim gives you to dwell in, saying, Some men, sons of Belial, have gone out of your midst and led the inhabitants of the cities astray, saying, Let us go and serve other mighty ones whom you have not known. Then you shall require search out and ask diligently, and see if the matter is true, and establish that this abomination was done in your midst. You shall certainly strike the inhabitants of that city with the edge of the sword, putting under the ban and all that is in it, and its livestock with the edge of the sword, and gather all its plunder into the middle of the street, and completely burn with fire the city and all its plunder before Jehovah your Elohim, and it shall be heaped forever, never be to build again. And none of that which is put under the ban is to cling to your hand, so that Jehovah turns from the fierceness of his displeasure, and shall show you compassion, love you, and increase you, as he swore to your fathers. When you obey the voice of Jehovah your Elohim to guard all his commands, which I command you today, to do what is right in the eyes of Jehovah your Elohim. 14. That is up to 16. You are the children of Jehovah your Elohim. Do not cut yourselves, nor shave the front of your head for the dead. For you are a set-apart people to Jehovah your Elohim, and Jehovah has chosen you to be a people for himself, a treasured possession above all the peoples who are on the face of the earth. Do not eat whatever is abominable. These are the living creatures which you do not eat, or ox, sheep. These are the living creatures which you do eat, ox, sheep, and goat, deer, and gazelle, and roebuck, and wild goat, and mountain goat, and antelope, and mountain sheep. And every beast that has a split hoof divided into chewing the cud among the beasts, you do not. But of those chewing cud, or those leaving a split hoof completely divided, you do not eat, such as this, the camel, and the hare, and the rabbit, for they chew the cud, but do not have a split hoof. They are unclean for you. And the pig is unclean for you, because it has a split hoof, but does not chew the cud. You do not eat their flesh, or touch their dead carcasses. This you do eat of all that are in the waters, all that have fins and scales you do eat. And whatever does not have fins and scale you do not eat. It is unclean for you. Any clean bird you do not eat. Any clean bird you do eat. But this you do not eat: the eagle, the vulture, and the black vulture, and the red kite, and the falcon, and the buzzard after their kinds, and every raven after its kind, and the ostrich, and the night hawk, and the seagull, and the hawk after their kinds, the little owl, and the great owl, and the white owl, and the pelican, and the carrion vulture, and the fisher owl, the stork, and the heron after its kind, and the hoop, and the bat. And every creeping insect that flies is unclean for you. And every creeping insect that flies is unclean for you. They are not eaten. Mga insect. Any clean bird you do eat. Do not eat whatever dies of itself. Give it to the stranger who is within your gates to eat it, or sell it to the foreigner, for you are set apart people to Jehovah your Elohim. Do not cook a young goat in its mother's milk. Do not eat whatever. You shall tithe without fail all the yield of your grain, that the field brings forth year by year, and you shall eat before Jehovah your Elohim in the place where he chooses to make his name dwell. The tithe of your grain, and your new wine, and your oil, and of the firstling of your herds, and your sheep, so that you learn to fear Jehovah your Elohim always. But when the way is too long for you so that you are not able to bring the tithe, or when the place where Jehovah your Elohim chooses to put his name is too far from you, when Jehovah your Elohim is blessing you, then you shall give it in silver, and shall take the silver in your hand, and go to the place which Jehovah your Elohim chooses. And you shall use the silver for whatever your being desire, for cattle or sheep, for wine or strong drink, for whatever your being desires. And you shall eat there before Jehovah your Elohim, and you shall rejoice, you and your household. And do not forsake the Levite who is within your gates, for he has no part of nor inheritance with you. At the end of every third year you bring out all the tithe of your increase of that year, and store it up with your gates. And the Levite, because he has no portion or inheritance with you, and the sojourner, and the fatherless, and the widow who are within your gates, shall come and eat and be satisfied, so that Jehovah your Elohim does bless you in all the work of your hand which you do. 15. At the end of every 7 years, make you a release of debts. And this is the word of release. Every creditor is to release what he has loaned to his neighbor. He does not require it of his neighbor or his brother, because it is called the release or jubilee. Of a foreigner you could require it, but your hand is to release whatever is owed by your brother. See? Only there should be no poor among you, for Jehovah does greatly bless you in the land which Jehovah your Elohim is giving you to possess as an inheritance. Only if you diligently obey the voice of Jehovah your Elohim to guard to do all these commands which I am commanding you today. For Jehovah your Elohim shall bless you as you promise you, and he shall lend you to many nations, but you shall not borrow. And you shall rule over many nations, but they do not rule over you. When there is a poor man with you, one of your brothers, within any of the gates in your land, which Jehovah your Elohim is giving you, do not harden your heart, nor shut your hand from your poor brother. For you shall certainly open your hand to him, and certainly lend him enough for his need, whatever he needs. Be on guard lest there be a thought in Belial in your heart, saying, the 7th year, the 7th year of release is near, and your eye is evil against your poor brother, and you give him naught, and he shall cry out to Jehovah against you, and it shall be a sin on you. You shall certainly give to him, and your heart should not be grieved when you grieve to him, because for this reason Jehovah your Elohim does bless you in all your works, and in all to which you put your hand, because the poor one does not cease from the land. Therefore I am commanding you, saying, you shall certainly open your hand to your brother, to your poor, and to your needy one in your land. When your brother is sold to you, a Hebrew man or a Hebrew woman, shall serve you 6 years, then let him go free from you in the 7th year. And when you send him away free from you, let him not go away empty-handed. You shall richly supply him from your flock, and from your threshing floor, and from your winepress, with that which Jehovah has blessed you with, give to him. And you shall remember that you were a slave in the land of Israel, and Jehovah your Elohim ransom you. Therefore I am commanding you to this word today. And it shall be, when he says to you, I do not go away from you, because he loves you, and you your house, because it is good for him with you. But then you shall take an owl, and thrust it through his ear to the door, and he shall be your servant forever. Do the same to your female servant. Let it not be hard in your eyes when you send him away from you, free from you. For he has been worth a double fire servant in serving you 6 years. And Jehovah your Elohim shall bless you in all that you do. Set apart to Jehovah your Elohim all the firstborn males that come from your herd and your flock. Do no work with the firstborn of your herd, nor share the firstborn of your flock. You and your household are to eat it before Jehovah your Elohim year by year in the place which Jehovah chooses. But when there is any defect in it, lame or blind, or has any evil defect, do not slaughter it to Jehovah your Elohim. Eat it with your gates, the unclean and the clean alike, as the gazelle, as the deer. Only do not eat its blood. Pour it on the ground like water. 16. The last verse. Let me see, what was that? 17, up to 17, okay. Guard the new moon of Aviv, perform the Pesach or the Passover to Yehovah your Elohim, for in the new moon of Aviv, Yehovah your Elohim brought you out of Mitzrayim by night, and you shall slaughter the Pesach to Yehovah, the Passover to Yehovah your Elohim from the flock and the herd, and in the place where Yehovah chooses to put his name. Eat no leavened bread with it. For 7 days you eat unleavened bread with it, bread of affliction, because you came out of the land of Mitzrayim in haste, so that you remember the day in which you came out of the land of Mitzrayim all the days of your life. And no leaven should be seen with you in all your borders for 7 days, neither should any of the meat which is slaughtered in the evening on the first day stay all night until morning. You are not allowed to slaughter the Passover within any of your gates, which Yehovah your Elohim gives you, but at the place where Yehovah your Elohim chooses to make his name dwell. There you slaughter the Passover in the evening, at the going down of the sun and the appointed time you came out of Mitzrayim, and you shall roast and eat in the place which Yehovah your Elohim possesses, and in the morning you shall turn and go to your tents. 6 days you eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day there is a closing festival to Yehovah your Elohim. You do no work. Count 7 weeks for yourself. Begin to count 7 weeks from the time you begin to put the sickle to the grain, and you shall perform the festival of Shavuot to Yehovah your Elohim, according to the voluntary offering from your hand, which you give as Yehovah your Elohim blesses you. And you shall rejoice before Yehovah your Elohim, you and your son and your daughter, and your male servant and your female servant, and the Levite who is within your gates, and the stranger and the fatherless and the widow who are in your midst, at the place where Yehovah your Elohim chooses to make his name well. And you shall remember that you were a slave in the Mitzrayim, and you shall guard and do this Torah laws. Perform the festival of Sukkot for 7 days after the ingathering from your threshing floor and from your winepress. And you shall rejoice in your festival, and you, your son and your daughter, and your male servant and your female servant, and the Levite and the stranger and the fatherless and the widow who are within your gates. For 7 days you shall celebrate to Yehovah your Elohim in the place which Yehovah chooses, because Yehovah your Elohim does bless you in all your increase and in all the work of your hands, and you shall be only rejoicing. 3 times a year all your males appear before Yehovah your Elohim in the place which he chooses, at the festival of Matzot, at the festival of Shavuot, and at the festival of Sukkot, and none should appear before Yehovah empty-handed, but each one with the gifts of his son, according to the blessing of Yehovah your Elohim which he has given you. Okay, shalom.